like being in a nice college course. It was like having a really cool uncle who was also a college professor. It was just great seeing him. I miss him. So
that's 5 years before I was born.
Yep.
5 years.
See, unlike that guy over there, Hawk, I'm not afraid of how old I am. Hawk, he'll keep changing his answer. So
that is not true. My answers remain the same. They're just taking a different inflection.
Oh, okay.
Hi there. What's your name, sweetie?
I'm Den, like D-E-N, like the room.
Wow.
Do you even still speak to your parents? With a name like that?
I live with I go by Den at shows. My legal name is Denise.
Oh, okay.
I live with my parents.
Then it's actually a lot cooler now. Have you been here all day? All weekend?
I am actually. I'm in Artist Alley.
Awesome. We love our artists. We have done more artist interviews. Cullen Bunn is one of my favorite interviews. He's actually one of us, and he's cool. He can hold his own with us.
Cullen Bunn?
Yes.
Yeah, great writer. Anyway, what's your booth number?
1243. I'm with Project Shiro and New Haven Comics.
Cool. Everybody go buy the booth.
Yes.
And
check out all of these booths for no other reason than to see some of the amazing work they've done.
I have the first chapter of my comic. I'm also selling or taking orders for my novella that the comic is based off of. I've got art prints. I do commissions. And you'll get to meet the writers for Zero's Heroes and Time Agency on a lot of the Science Hero stuff. And the colorist for Zero's Heroes is there as well.
Actually, to make a quick correction, I know Cullen is not an artist. I was messing with you.
Oh, okay.
You hate the fact that I do that to him.
I know.
Actually,
you've been doing that since school. You've been messing with me all the time.
Our best artists, if you've never met or heard, check out one of our old podcasts, Larry Dixon. You wouldn't believe that he's an artist. Because he actually took control from us completely and just ran our show. And it was great. Him and Mercedes Lackey. What's your Planet Comicon moment? I know you've got one. Because we all got one. If there's anyone here who doesn't have a Planet Comicon moment, then go spend more time on the floor. Okay? Or as she says, they're lying.
There have been so many amazing costumers and just getting to meet so many different artists. I mean, I'm from Red Oak, Iowa, and I drove down on Thursday night from Omaha from work. And
nice.
This is actually my second time coming to Planet Comicon. The first time I went was back in 2011 when everybody was over at the Overland Park International Trade Center.
Yep.
So,
wow.
It's been a few years, but I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Happy to have you.
Seeing all the amazing costumers, seeing all the fans, seeing all the little kids running around and geeking out over things.
I think
it's one big family. It's really it.
Wow.
Seeing this many kids is almost a feel-good moment.
Almost. It always is a feel-good.
I think it's great. I wouldn't have personally brought my kid at some of the ages that I've seen, but I bring him now. I mean, I drag him to him now. So.
Been going to conventions for 10 years. This is one of the ones that I would if I had kids, I would bring them to.
I've not seen an unhappy kid except for that one that wouldn't stop screaming during Ming's panel, and and the lady laughed. So and Ming was okay with it. She was awesome. She was.
When is she not?
I can't imagine.
I think that's just like her natural state of being.
Yeah.
She's like constant state of awesome. Kind of like Clark Gregg.
Yeah.
I haven't met him yet, but I follow him on Twitter. I follow him on Facebook. His Twitter is great.
Yes, I do follow him on Twitter as well.
Oh my gosh, his Twitter is hilarious.
Thank you very much, Den.
And again, folks, you're listening to Fanatics and the Fan. You can actually follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, and on Instagram. She actually got me a great topic.
Okay.
And I'm going to have to give you a second to think because I know where you're going to go. So I'm going to jump right to Brandon. Okay. What would be a dream panelist to join us for an entire show and geek with us on Fanatics and the Fan?
Well, if you saw the panel yesterday, you know that I'm a huge Nathan Fillion fan. But I'm going to go left field. I'm going to go with Alan Tudyk.
Alan would be off the chain. Alan would be great. To spend an hour on the mic with Alan would be awesome. Kate?
Oh, man, a whole panel with us. I don't know that anyone would survive that. I really really think that it would be interesting to have Clark Gregg with us, since I think, we got to meet Ming Wan. I'd like to see the other half of that.
That's awesome. Alex?
I would have to say David Tennant, because he's probably He's probably the biggest Doctor Who nerd on the entire planet of Earth. And so, yeah.
Cool.
Keith?
Why don't you go ahead and say? You said you knew what I was going to say. So.
No, I said I knew your answer was going to be out of left field.
Okay. You know what? I can think of one, but it's hard for me to think of this one person without the other. Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill.
Yeah, that would be off the chain.
In fact, you wouldn't need to have the rest of us up here. Just the two of them, let them talk. 3 hours later.
You know who I would love to have as to join us for a full hour and geek out with us about all the geek stuff. And I know he's one of us, and I think that's one of the reasons why I'd want him. It's Will Wheaton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're wondering why we're doing a lot of this name dropping, is because when I do the description, I'm going to hashtag this to all of them just to see if I can. Will Wheaton on the show with us. Oh, I'd fire 3 of the Fanatics and just have Will Wheaton, me, and Keith. It would be amazing. I'm sorry, who? Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Any other ideas? Anybody who can hold their own with us and just do an entire show of geek?
Hold their own?
Or just sit side by side with us. I mean, we get some geeky.
You
okay?
wouldn't have to be up here with Will Wheaton. Just let
I really would.
speak.
He's absolutely right. He's absolutely right. You know what I want to do? I want to do the introduction of how the show started in the first place. First question ever asked. You don't even remember it. I'm going to do a sounder real quick.
Hi, this is Tom Kane, the voice of a Jedi Master named Yoda, and you're listening to Fanatics and the Fan.
My name is Hawk, and we are here in Kansas City at Planet Comicon.
My name is Keith, and welcome to Stephen ML Saturday.
Sunday.
You haven't slept yet, have you?
No, I haven't. It's hard. It really is difficult.
Being a geek comes with a very different mind. And I know you and I have sat down and had some of the coolest and most interesting conversations of all time.
That's one way of putting it.
And it's sometimes exhausting.
Yes.
But I do remember the first question that ever started the show, that ever got us involved with doing this show. And your answers were amazing. So I'm going to start with you, but I'd love for the whole panel and any of the audience to answer, because it's a good question.
Yeah, my answer was, yes, officer, he's the one that did it, and of course, I was
Sell me up the river in a heartbeat. Sell me up the river in a heartbeat. Last year, we had a bunch of show endings. And I asked you, what was your favorite last episode of the show? Of all time.
Yeah.
All time.
Favorite last episode?
That you thought was actually a good. The episode itself was good, and even though you did miss the show, it was a good ending. But your favorite one of all time?
You know what? Since hanging out with you, all I can think is about the ones I don't like. That's a longer list. But as far as final episodes that I really liked, all good things. Next Generation.
Next Generation is still one of my favorite ones.
All good things.
Okay.
Oh, final show. Oh, no, that's hard. That's a hard
Brandon?
answer.
Well, I'm a huge Lost fan. And
Good one.
the final episode, I've never been in more tears in any ever TV show I've ever watched. It was just so emotional. It was so complete. It was everything that season 2, season 3 wasn't.
Yeah.
And it was exactly what I needed. It was a show that I started watching with my dad when my grandmother passed. So it was kind of like our emotional kind of breakthrough through this kind of thing. And it really, by the end of it, we were both in tears. It was great.
Wow.
I have to say, my favorite last show was Psych.
Yes.
I loved it. It was a perfect ending to a great show that even though it started slowing down towards the end, the last episode just tied everything up beautifully. It left it with, I'm going to drop a spoiler alert here, with a monk reference.
Which was an amazing last episode.
Yes, absolutely. And it tied everything together very nicely, but still left it open for more.
It's in my top 5. Monk is in my top 5, and so is Sight.
I'm going to assume that I can't count Serenity as the last episode of Firefly. So I'm going to say the last episode of season 5 of Supernatural, where they wrapped up all the storylines because they thought they were not going to be renewed. That was a great finale. It was a great last episode of a show that then continued for like 5 more seasons, and they've been renewed.
Kate?
I think actually I really enjoyed the end of Burn Notice.
Damn, she took mine.
Yep. I'm sorry, Hawk, but it's true. That was a great ending.
She took mine. That was one of the most amazing episodes. They didn't just wrap up everything. One of the things that I really liked about that episode was the little tagline thing that they did. It gave me chills. Although I really wanted to hear. It was sucked that we didn't hear the mother say her thing, and killing her was hard on me. I ain't gonna lie. It was like, wow, they killed Maddie.
When we did this the first time, if I remember, I know my answer was different than the first time we talked about this.
No, actually, it was the same one.
No, it wasn't. If you go back and listen to the show, it was Angel.
You're right.
Oh,
That was a great. Actually, and Sam Whitwire agrees with you on the last line.
Yes,
and
I know he does.
I think either line counts, and they both were great lines. But I agree with you. That was a great last line. Anybody know what the last line of Angel was?
I do. I personally would like to slay the dragon.
Nope.
Yes, it was.
No, it's not. No. Keith?
What was it then?
Keith?
No, go ahead.
Let's go to work.
Oh, yeah.
That's a better. I'm sorry. That's a better line.
I still like the
I love
dragon
the
Yes.
one.
That was the mistake that he made. He thought that was the dragon line originally, and I told him, no, let's go to work.
What's your name, sweetheart?
Denise, I was up earlier.
I know. What's your favorite last episode?
I have a couple actually, and they're both kind of in the same franchise. The last episode of Transformers Animated was really good.
Nice.
And
God, I
more
love
recently,
Geeks.
the last episode of Transformers Prime, which actually technically was Predacons Rising, was the last thing, but they left off on left it with really open to expand, and they actually yesterday the new series Transformers Robots in Disguise debuted in the U.S. So, yep.
Any other good last episodes that we just loved that made us go ahead? What's your name, buddy? He's Batman.
I wish.
Do it in the voice.
Do it. I want to hear your Batman.
With sinuses, I might not do it very good. I'm Batman.
Actually, that's right. I'm 3 days hoarse, and that's the best I can do. Is I'm Batman.
One of my favorite last episodes. I was a hardcore Xena fan growing up. Last episode of Xena Warrior Princess. It rips your heart out, but it was so good.
Actually, I like
okay
those. I like the ones that rip your heart out. Because you're going to miss the show anyway. Go ahead and just finish the job off and rip your heart. Anybody else? Anybody else got a favorite? Come on up. We got a microphone.
The last episode of the cartoon of Static Shock.
Yes. Are you looking forward to him becoming on?
Oh.
We have a cleanup in aisle 3.
But the way that all of the boom babies are going away, and then there's an explosion, and we have hundreds more that we might have more episodes that we never know.
Well, is it confirmed that Jaden Smith's going to play that? Nope. No. Do you want him to play it? No. I agree with you. What's your name, bud?
Alexander.
Where you been? How long you been here?
Oh, I've been here 3 days. All day.
Who hauled off and kicked your ass?
Zombies.
You should see the other guy. Much worse.
What's your favorite last episode?
Okay, so when Matt Smith left Doctor Who.
That is a great one.
God. And Doctor Who didn't continue for me after that. I cry every time. Every time. I don't think anybody up here disagrees. It's terrible.
I don't think anybody up here disagrees with you. I don't think anybody in the audience disagrees with you. No?
Good episode, everybody. Good episode. Hey, what's your name?
Aubrey.
Cool. What's yours?
The last episode of Constantine that just aired.
Oh.
Yeah.
Probably won't get renewed, so.
No, it will be. NBC has given the tentative renewal, but I don't think NBC is the right network for the show.
They were changing time slots, hopefully changing networks. I would love to see them on a different network. Anybody else? No, I said another network. I didn't say a dumb idea. I mean, if NBC can't handle them, we know Fox can't handle them. Although, let's clarify. Fox has done a few things right.
Yeah.
Not many.
They've done quite a few
Not
things
many,
right.
but they've done a few things
They've
right.
done